Hey everybody, it is your boy Nando Tech back at it with another video. In today's video, I put apart a $760 PC part pickers list for the new AMD Ryzen 3 3100. This is a CPU that is going for about $120, and also I just decided to make a video on it because it's like brand new and YouTubers like Pause Hardware has made a video on it, so why can't I? So this video is inspired by Pause Hardware because he made a video making an $820 PC part pickers list for with the same CPU, which I got to thinking, and I said, oh, I think I can make a better PC part pickers list than him for less than what he made his for, which was about $820. So guys, right before we enter the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell which will mean that you will get notified whenever I post a new video. And if you guys like technology, computers, and in general just like technology, don't forget like subscribe because I post daily videos on it. And yeah guys, let's get started. So for the CPU, obviously we have the AMD Ryzen 3 3100. This core clock is 3.6 gigahertz and its boost clock is 3.9 gigahertz. And it comes with the AMD stock cooler, which is really beefy for this Ryzen chip. And it's also a quad core, which means it has 4 cores and 8 threads, which is really good, but it's not the best for streaming and making content, which means that you will need to get either a better CPU with more cores and more threads if you want to stream and make videos, but this is definitely good enough. It has a 65 watt TDP, and it's aimed for, and its maximum supported memory is 128, and it has some pretty good L3 and L2 cache, and it's gonna be brand new. I think it's gonna be shown off in like next week by AMD. But yeah, if you really want to go, this is a really good CPU to base a build around right now, because the Ryzen 5 1600 AF is sold out, and I think it's like a 170 or something. So sorry. So for the motherboard, I started to go with this. Sorry, give me a sec. I started to go with the MSI MPG X570 Gaming Plus ATX AM4 motherboard, because it is an X570, which means that we will be able to get support for the Ryzen 4000 series chips that will be coming out in a couple more months. And it's MSI, and it's also X570, which is the best motherboard line for AMD right now, and it's pretty bog standard, and it's also the cheapest X570 board, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter, and it's also really good quality. I mean, that's all you really need, all of these memory speeds. And yeah, it has the 4 memory slots, which means that you can get dual channel and all of that good stuff. And yeah, so for the memory, decided to go with this G-Skill Ripjaws V16 gigabyte 2x8 DDR4 3600 megahertz kit, because it is $70 and it's red. It doesn't really matter what color it is. This is just a performance build, and also kit decided to go with doesn't have any side panels. Like, it just has a metal side panel, which means that no air could get. I mean, not air, but like no light can get in. It's also like the fastest kit for like around $70. It's also really good, and it's pretty cheap. And wait, give me a sec. So now for the storage for an SSD, I decided to go with the PNY CS900 and 120 gig 2.5 inches solid state drive from PNY, just because it is a 120 gigabyte SSD, which means that you can store your Windows and a couple heavily used applications for very cheap. and it's gonna be really fast to boot in and all that. And it's also just $23, which is very cheap, and it's pretty reliable, and it's $23, which is really good and really cheap. For the hard drive, I decided to go with the Seagate Barracuda Compute 2TB 7200 RPM internal hard drive because it has 2 TB and it is $55 from Adorama, and really box dinner to store all of our games in. It's pretty fast for a hard drive, and it's very cheap for around $55. For the video card, I decided to go with this MSI GeForce GTX 1660 6GB DDR6 video graphics card because it's really good. It's really cheap for around $200, and it's also overclocked, manufacturer overclocked, and it has 6 gigs of DDR5. Actually, never mind. And its core clock is 1530 megahertz, and its boost clock is 1830 megahertz, which is pretty good. And it does have G-Sync, and I also believe it comes with a brand new Nvidia NVENC encoder for all of you streamers and video makers just like me. I believe I will be buying this GPU myself, but it's really good for this price range of $750. We didn't really have that much money to spend on a video card, but we tried our best. And for the case, I decided to go with this Corsair 110Q. It's an ATX mid-tower case. I decided to go with this one because it is really it looks very cool. It's very minimalistic. It's not RGB crazy, which is pretty cool for me, and I kind of like it. And it's ATX, which is gonna be able to hold all of our parts. And it also comes with power supply shroud, and for only $57 is really cheap and very reliable. And finally, for the power supply, I decided to go with this EVGA 600 watt 80 plus watt certified ATX power supply, just because it is 600 watts, which will definitely give us more bandwidth for the future, and it's also very cheap for $55. And I mean, it is ATX, so it means that it comes with all the cables, and it does have ketchup and mustard, but you won't be able to see them because of the case that I decided to choose. And yeah, guys, this build will be $750, including the CPU, which I mean it's $750. And yeah, guys, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment which part is what part was your favorite. And goodbye, guys.